82nd Airborne has landed. Outside Berlin, in the dead of night, paratroopers rally and secure their drop zone. The roar of transport planes fades into the distance, but the landing was anything but silent. Soviet reconnaissance elements, already operating near the drop zone, are quick to react. Motorized scouts and BRDM-2s and light infantry squads engage the paratroopers, forcing them into a chaotic fight for survival. The 82nd moves in fire teams, setting up defensive positions, while small patrols counter the Soviet presence. Ambushes erupt across the countryside, with both sides hunting each other through forests, ruins, and abandoned farmhouses. A fire team digs in, setting up an M240 machine gun on the edge of a tree line. Their sights lock onto a Soviet squad, dismounting from a BRDM, unaware of the ambush. A burst of 7.62mm fire rips through the night, cutting down the exposed infantry. But before they can reposition, the recon vehicle's KPVT heavy machine gun roars to life. The first burst rips through the trees, the second finds its mark. The fire team is wiped out. Nearby, another American fire team scrambles for revenge. A paratrooper shoulders an anti-tank bazooka, steadying his aim against the burning backdrop. He squeezes the trigger. The rocket streaks forward, striking the BRDM square in the hull. The explosion sends shrapnel flying as the vehicle erupts into flames. Just as the 82nd Airborne begins pushing forward, Soviet self-propelled artillery opens fire from miles away. Two S-1 Gvozdika howitzers launch high-explosive shells toward the American positions, targeting the drop zone itself. A direct hit wipes out a mortar team, while another strike levels a nearby command post. Paratroopers scramble for cover as the bombardment intensifies. The Soviet artillery is dialed in, and they know exactly where the Americans are. Then, a new threat appears. A Kamov attack helicopter moves in low, its thermal optics scanning for targets. It spots a retrans team, and the gunner opens fire. Explosive rounds slam into the earth, sending dirt and debris skyward. The team is pinned until a Stinger team in a concealed hide site locks on. The missile launches, streaking toward the Kamov. A flash, an explosion. The helicopter spirals out of control and crashes into the tree line. Overhead, the battle escalates. U.S. Air Force fighters arrive, intercepting Soviet MiGs moving to strike the drop zone. The dark sky erupts with tracer rounds and missile trails as the dogfight begins. Jets twist and turn in a lethal aerial dance, each pilot fighting for air superiority. With the entry successful, the 82nd Airborne works quickly to establish control of the drop zone. Inside a hastily assembled command post, 82nd Airborne HQ finally establishes brief communication with NATO command in West Berlin. The radio crackles to life. Voices break through the static. Charlie 6, this is Hydra 6, drop zone secure, on our way. For the first time since the invasion began, NATO command in West Berlin has hope. To be continued.